are some major differences you have noticed between how we communicate in the U.S. and how people communicate in the country in which you were born and or lived?
Well, I know in most Middle Eastern countries, there's one big difference between Middle East and other countries in that anytime you greet anyone, like 99% of the time, when you greet them, you say "Assalamu alaikum," which is translated to "peace be upon you." And so instead of, like, say in America, there's like lots of different ways to say hello. In Palestine, you're 99% of the time you're just saying "Assalamu alaikum" when you're greeting anyone. It doesn't really matter who you're greeting.
Basically, communication in the Philippines and here is pretty similar, except that in the Philippines, we tend to be more respectful to elders. Like when you greet like your aunt or uncle or your grandma or grandpa, what you would do is like put your hand like this and then put on their head as a sign of respect. And also like with grandparents, we have them live in our house instead of putting them in their retirement home. Have you had communication misunderstandings?
Yeah, definitely. When I first went to Palestine for a year during my 8th grade year in middle school, I wasn't very fluent in Arabic, and a lot of the times I misunderstood things people were trying to tell me. So, like, the first couple months, I was really struggling to learn my Arabic, so there were a lot of misunderstandings.
Has it gotten you in trouble ever with the misunderstandings?
Well, in Palestine, like, it's kind of frowned upon to not speak Arabic well, so usually you're like, you get picked on by like I guess the natives, the people that live there their whole lives. So I guess it kind of has gotten me in trouble in that way because you'll get into fights and things like that because you're from America.
No, I haven't really had any communication misunderstandings ever since I lived here in the U.S. Although when I was living here, I couldn't like pronounce some words, like the DH sound.
Did you learn English and Filipino at the same time?
Yes, actually, if you go to the Philippines, we can speak English pretty well.
But English was not your first language, is that correct?
No, it wasn't my first language. What have you found difficult to figure out?
Usually people speak really fast. When you're fluent, you speak a lot faster than when you're not. So it's kind of hard to keep up with people when they're when they think you're fluent when you're really not, and they're talking really fast. It's difficult to keep up.
I see like how people joke around. It's like when people kid around with me, sometimes I can't tell whether they're joking with me or not. I think we don't do that much in the Philippines. Well, we actually do, but like there's a different way we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have an example?
In the Philippines, students, even teachers, can make jokes about disabilities and sexual orientation that would otherwise be inappropriate in open public settings in America. What common similarities are there in communication where you live and here?
In Palestine, we still have I guess, cyber communication over, everyone's over there. I mean, you're texting, you're on Facebook.
Oh, like the slang words that you have here in the U.S. we're very familiar with, actually. Because the Philippines was actually like ruled by the U.S. during World War II. The English language and American culture is understood in most countries, but people in their native countries prefer to speak their native language as a sign of cultural identity.